You said in an interview published on your website, it is overdue that Asia has its own international top art fair. Does that mean that the ShContemporary is in your eyes the Art Basel or Art Miami of the whole Pacific region?
I don't want to do an Art Basel or an Art Miami. What I want to do is something new, something special for Asia. But at the end, if you want to see at the meaning, at the importance of the fair, it is. With other words, we have here a continent which is so strong. It's incredibly the increasement of all the art scenes, and China or India are only peaks of an iceberg. We need here now a platform where we can show what is going on in this continent, to show to the entire world, but also be a platform where the entire world can come and realize what is going on here. Every collector, what he wants is to be a discoverer. He wants to find new things. Here we have a situation where we try to present really the entire creativity of a continent, and you have a lot of new things which are not known in the international market. But with the importance, the rising importance of Asia and the Asian art scene, that want to be players, future important players of the market. So you have really the chance to discover and to have access on works and on new rising stars. First of all, there is no fair until now really trying to show what you have here in Asia, in entire Asia, on contemporary art, and not only what is fashionable, what is marketable. Second, you have a show, and I think that's unique worldwide, where the organizer take a certain responsibility also on the content. We say we want to show this and this and this because that's good. First of all, it was the question where in Asia you do this fair. Right. And we decided quite quickly it will be China, because China is a bit, as I said, the peak of this iceberg. And the potential, the market potential is here bigger than everywhere. Second was where in China. There were different possibilities. At the end we choose Shanghai, because Shanghai is not only a city which focuses on art, but it's a city which gives a special lifestyle, a feeling. Nowadays an important art fair, if you make a fair like that, collectors are not only looking for an exhibition, a fair, they're looking for an entire package. They want to have fun, they want to feel well, they want to have a lot of possibilities. And I think no other city in China has that as Shanghai has. And also this openness, this friendliness.
It's a harbor city,
Yeah, clear. And when we came to China, we looked many things here in Shanghai also. When we saw this building, it was clear, here it must be. No other place. Here it must be.
Especially the red star.
Everybody who enters this building, the first impression is wow. And second, I must even say it's also interesting to play this game with contemporary art and this architecture, this ambiente. It was quite difficult to play or to make a design, a layout which is really respecting both sides without killing both sides. And I think it went very well, but I think beside the Grand Palais, I don't know a more beautiful building for a contemporary art fair than this one.
Another thing is, when we speak about curated shows and so on, China has had a difficult past dealing with culture. How do you come along with the authorities? I mean, are there any kind of iconoclastic controversies?
It's clear. It's a totally other world we are bringing here, and it's also a totally other mentality we're bringing here. But I think we have to be clear. We cannot come and say, we are the best, we show you what you have to do. I think it must be a dialogue, an exchange. We have to respect their point of view, they have to respect our point of view. And I think that's a question how you treat each other. And I must say, clear, sometimes the way to the goal was not always the shortest one, and we made a lot of turns. But at the end, quite everywhere we found a solution together. And also for authorities, now they see what it is. They have no confidence, they don't have to be afraid. It's something new, what happens.
Ryoko Fujitake from Tokyo Art Beat asked the Japanese galleries about the structure of the collectors, and he said that they haven't had any real contact with Chinese mainland collectors. Do you think that the Chinese collectors preferably buy from Chinese galleries?
I heard the complaint from Chinese galleries that the Chinese collectors bought at Western galleries. So
it's like a domino.
It's a bit a domino. Yeah. No, I think it's like every art fair. You have certain people who have contacts and certain not. I think also that's something which will improve also in the years. A Chinese collector, that's the same as a Western collector. He first looks around and he has to build up a certain relationship with a gallery.
Yeah.
Surely there were certain cases maybe where a Japanese gallery didn't had contact with all Chinese collectors. The same thing is vice versa the other way.
Yeah.
But I think if you do an art fair, wherever you do it, it's always the same. Never think you go once there and you conquered the world. You have to build up something.
You have to build up. You have to come again and
yes.
again and again.
What I see and think that's important, that Chinese collectors more and more are open-minded and not only focused on their Chinese artists. And I think also the Japanese galleries in the future want to have great contact with Chinese collectors.
Okay, dear Mr. Rudolf, it was a pleasure talking to you.
It was a pleasure to talk to you. Thanks a lot.